All right, thank you for joining me for this presentation on principles of functional health and fitness. And we're going to get into the nitty gritty, so to speak, of some of the basic foundational principles for functional health and fitness. One of the things you want to keep in mind is that an effective health and fitness regimen or program begins with a functional and sustainable. Those are two key words there. It's got to be functional, and it's got to be sustainable fitness plan that is going to produce measurable results. Okay? How do you measure when you're getting fit or in shape? What are some ways you do that?
Weight.
Okay, inches, weight,
Energy level.
energy level. Okay, absolutely.
Oh, no, also.
You're agreeing? Okay. All right. So the successful fitness plan must contain a neutral reward system of checks and balances. How many of you have a checking account? Or had one, gave up on one?
Right.
All the above, right? All right, so checks and balances, just as we work with money, there's a purpose for checks and balances. Same is true of your fitness regimen. Believe it or not, there are deposits and withdrawals that you will make in your personal fitness over the course of your life. So we're going to look at those as we compare it. But there's got to be a willingness to maintain accountability to the plan in order to earn desired rewards. Okay? All right. Fueling your body for sustainable energy and performance. So, Ms. Watson, you said energy. How important is energy to you?
Very important, especially when you have children, you running all the time, you
Right.
working all the time,
Okay.
and sometimes at the end of the day you have no more time for yourself, so energy is very important.
How many hours of energy, of prime energy do you feel you need a day to do what you do?
4.
All right.
Sleep.
We gotta get out of here. So we'll cut out 8 right there.
I need the energy for sleep too.
All right.
You need another hour there.
But needless to say, we all want to have optimal energy, preferably as soon as we get up, if possible, until we make it through to that point where we can start to wind down, right? So that's going to be key. Some recommendations here. Keep a daily log of your routine eating patterns. Identify the frequency, how often positive and negative food intake trends come up. Okay? How many of you have ever done any type of fasting? Either for spiritual purposes or it could be for a doctor, you gotta go get blood, you've done fasting, right?
Right.
What happens when you first start fasting? What happens to your mind?
Headache.
You feel weak, you might have headaches, you think about food way too much. Right? Exactly. But it's interesting because during those opportune times, even if you're not fasting, you can track how often a repeated snack or desirable whatever comes to your mind. And if you start to keep track of it, you're like, man, I'm thinking about this a lot. You know? So keeping track of trends like that is important if you're going to prepare to fuel your body well. Identify and avoid any potential food allergies that can cause inflammation, bloating, other undesirable physical effects, and some of this can be linked to your blood type. So it's good to know and find out what your blood type is if you don't know. And I can give some recommendations on that too at the end. Emphasize the use of food as fuel for your body rather than being a source of pleasure. If food is your entertainment, food is your love, forget about it. This is not for you. I can say that from experience. If food is your love, you're gonna have to find a new love. Just like Jody Watson said back then. For anybody who understands. All right, muscle confusion. How many of you have heard of this principle? What is muscle confusion?
It's when you work your muscles a certain way for a period of time and then don't do it for a while.
Okay.
You try to do it again.
So
that's my thought.
That is accurate. That's accurate. You're keeping your body from getting to a comfortable state with repetitious exercise. So it's good for you to have or create muscle confusion because it's an exercise strategy that continually presents the body with an alternate exercise approach. I recommend each workout having 4 to 5 different programs every time you go to the gym or go to your workout, doing a different one rather than sticking
That's
one
right.
for 4
Same
weeks.
routine, yeah.
That's a good way to continue the confusion process, keep your body on edge. Cardio exercise versus resistance training. Of course, cardiovascular, how long should you be doing it? How many minutes? 20, 30, maybe as much as 50 in classes if you do group exercise. But that's for the more of an advanced level. You don't start at 50 minutes. You start with 5.
It's almost 2. Yeah, right. 2 minutes to be long too. So start out.
Start with your 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Work your 5.
Five
Work
up.
your way up.
Yeah, 5 up.
But the goal is to keep your heart or your target heart range at about 80 to 85% capacity. You don't want to be trying to work out cardiovascularly for 20 to 50 minutes at 100% of your top heart rate because you're going to fall out. But for weight loss as well as for managing effectively cardiovascular or heart health to improve blood flow through the body, oxygenation in the blood, energy, all of those benefits, 20 minutes to 50 minutes. Resistance training is a little bit different. Resistance training is when we use weights, maybe we use bands. We're creating a certain level of resistance. Sometimes it's in the form of squats. Okay, you're adding pressure and resistance to your legs, for example, with squats. This is the process of strategic tear down and rebuilding of slow twitch and fast twitch muscle fibers. Slow twitch muscle fibers are what turn you into Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know how big he is and some of the bodybuilders like him. Okay? Quick twitch muscle fibers are what sprinters really rely upon. Okay? They're leaner, they're tighter, smaller muscle size and fibers, but it responds differently. And you really have to be able to train both well if you're into athletics or high-speed athletics. If you're into endurance, long distance running, slow twitch muscle fibers are more important to you. If you're a sprinter running short distances at a high velocity, quick twitch muscle fibers are key. Okay? All right. The 7-year principle. This is basically one of the most important principles to recognize in managing your health and wellness is the 7-year principle. Your body completely regenerates at a cellular level every 7 years. So when I say regenerate, think of it as your body making a copy of itself every 7 years. Wherever your physical health, wellness, and condition is at that 7-year interval is what the body replicates from a cellular or a cell level standpoint. Which is not to, don't be scared. Get upset. It's not to say
I just did math that way.
it's not to say that you cannot change the copy or the quality of the image of the copy. Okay? But it is making that change. How many of you noticed at age 21 or 28 that food and your metabolism started to respond differently than it did when you were a teenager? Yeah? Okay. What did you notice?
Slower.
Slower? Okay. You could eat the same amount of food, but more of it would accumulate.
Right.
Right?
Burn off.
Because it wouldn't burn off as fast. Your metabolism changes. Think about it, even from early as age 7. When you go to age 14, that's major hormonal shift. Another 7 years. Another 7 years, right? And you're talking about young adult running into that 2022. Another 7 years is 28. And then you're starting to get concerned, right? So eventually, by the time you get to 35, by the time you get to 42, 49 and moving on up the spectrum, you're going to be able to anticipate various changes physically, okay? Now, some of it is the body's energy level starts to decrease or diminish more noticeably, okay? Some of it is bone density. You might have more aches. Could be in relationship to aging, metabolism changes like we talked about. But the key to this process is learning specifically to have a key to self-awareness that allows you to maintain and to do things differently. And we're going to talk about this. Good.